All right, everyone. Welcome back to the rabbit hole. We back, baby. My name is Yasif.
My name's Atanch.
We back, long hiatus, but we're back. That quality content for all four of our viewers, you know?
I don't even think there are four right now.
No, it's just us.
Probably lost them after the hiatus.
We're
But
changing things up a bit now, aren't we, Hitesh?
we are. This is the first episode where we're just going to talk about stuff that's not researched for once, at least on this podcast. For I don't know how many like long term listeners or super fans we have, but we used to have another podcast back in the day called Limitless, where it was a similar format but with less research involved, and we sort of enjoyed that format, and we want to see if we can incorporate that into this.
Yeah, we figured we'd honestly just talk about whatever interested us during this week or 2 week period, and just like, I mean, if we want to do a bit of research, we can, but just honestly just give our opinions and stuff like that. Just make it a bit more informal, a bit more fun, you know? I feel like we'll enjoy it more, and hopefully it'll make for a bit of a more interesting podcast. But also, first one with webcam, face reveal.
True. I forgot. We didn't post the last one.
Exactly, mustache reveal.
That's not a pro. That's a con.
No, that's a pro in my eyes. So anyway, Hitesh, what are we talking about today?
I thought it would be interesting if we talked about coping with COVID, because I know the last episode that we at least published, we've recorded a few since then, but the last one we published was all the way back in July, I want to say.
Probably.
It was with sharks and underwater stuff. That was a really fun podcast.
That was fun, yeah.
Go check that out. Yep.
Exactly.
Shameless plug. But yeah, so I thought it'd be a cool idea to sort of talk about how we've dealt with COVID in the past few months, and with us being in our last year of university, how that sort of impacted us.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to somehow connect underwater and sharks to COVID. I thought that's where you were going with that.
I can't even think of how I could.
Were you trying to go with that?
I was trying, and I gave up halfway. I chickened out. I went through the easier approach.
Sharks cure to COVID confirmed? No.
Oh! I have to come clean. Okay, in the last.
Wait, did you provide false information?
Not false. A very popular myth. Okay, but I did some deep dives into that. The fact that sharks don't get cancer, I think, is what the claim was. I did a lot of research into it. Not true.
How dare you provide misinformation to our loyal viewers who tune in on a weekly basis, expecting the most thoroughly researched and factual, concrete, evidence-based information provided on this podcast? How could you completely ruin that entire framework that we built? I can't believe you've done this.
I am ashamed. I'm so sorry. I will write out a formal apology.
You're fired.
The Rabbit Hole podcast canceled.
Fired. It's canceled. Welcome back to the Rabbit Hole podcast, which is Yasif. No one else. Just Yasif.
It's just you talking to
Yasif
yourself.
And the liar. The one who lied.
Wait, hold up. In my defense, the phrasing I used was that sharks are being used for cancer research. Yeah, I might have claimed that they don't get cancer, and that's why they're being used for cancer research, which is not true. But the fact that they're being used for cancer research is true.
You made me lie in the title, Hitesh. No other YouTuber has ever lied in the title to get people to click on their videos. I can't believe you made me do that.
Elaborate clickbait. It's showbiz, yes. It's showbiz.
This is unforgivable.
I will.
Maybe we should change this podcast from coping with COVID to coping with Hitech's lies and deceit.
I don't even know how to deal with it. I'm a pathological liar. Yes, I'm
Right.
sorry.
It's been a burden for the past 4 years. Anyway, attach. It's coping with COVID. Have you
Coping
been
with COVID.
coping?
Um, Dude, it's been a roller coaster for me, honestly. Like in the beginning, it was bad. Then it got really good, and then it got really bad, and now we're upwards to really good. Let me break it down how it like started from like bad to good to good to bad. It all has to do with workouts. That's how I gauge how my that's how I gauge how COVID's going. Because if I
Yeah.
have the energy and enthusiasm to work out at home alone, with the worst setup known to man, that means COVID's going
Can I? Okay, first off, I have two things to say to that.
good.
I first off sketch setups for workouts. Did I send you a picture of my backpack weight?
No, you didn't. I am very curious.
This
Dude,
was
I do backpack weights.
it was so scuffed. I had like a backpack that was falling apart. My sister and I, we only had like 10-pound dumbbells and shit. So we just stuffed the backpack with those 10-pound dumbbells. And it was an adjustable weight. It could have killed us at any point, but it was an adjustable weight.
Oh, you think that's bad? You think that's bad? I'll one up you.
Yeah.
Breaking backpack, okay? It's already like about to
Is
fall
that the
apart.
shitty sequel to Breaking Bad?
I'm not even gonna acknowledge your comment. It's a backpack. It's like on his last legs.
Okay.
You put in 25-pound dumbbell into it, put in a ton of books into it, okay? Because there isn't space for 2 dumbbells,
Of
and I'm
course.
just scared of the structural integrity at that
Of
point,
course.
okay?
That's why we put 5 dumbbells in there.
You carry it like a baby. Like you do the front backpack,
Yes.
okay? You go on a treadmill, okay? You do dips on a treadmill with the handles on the treadmill shaking, no structural support. You feel like you're gonna die.
And then
you
the
can get-
treadmill's running to create an extra
So
obstacle.
So when you land,
So you can't touch
go
the ground
into
or
a-
you're
You
dead.
go into a weighted sprint.
Exactly. Wait, I don't think those handles are meant to support weight.
I'm a late boy.
That's true.
Listen,
But
when that breaks, okay, I'll know I've gotten big. I'll know I've
that's
gotten swole.
exactly. Then you're done. So it doesn't matter
Exactly.
because you reached
Yeah.
the peak.
Yeah.
But
That's my goal, to break my
exactly.
treadmill one day.
That's so sketch. I can't believe you did that.
What? How else? What else am I?
Why would
supposed
you
to-
need to use that for dip? Could you have done overhead like tricep extensions?
That's not enough.
You just
And the
wanted
dips are for
to
the
die.
chest, not
You
just for
wanted-
the not just for the
You
tricep.
could have done single hand backpack, press.
Backpack press.
Yeah, I did that.
The lack of being able to overload on presses is, I think, the biggest. Like it's I can't overcome that. Like with a bench press, right? Like you can push 150 and overload, but how are you going to do that with like a 25-pound dumbbell?
Reps, my guy. I'll get in. Okay, so I'll get into this. I changed up my workouts a bit.
Ooh, hit me with it.
Changed it up. Okay, so I mentioned this to Tanch before, but I changed up my workouts before this. We changed it up so many times, haven't we?
Dude, I don't think there's been a week where we've had the same workout, like 2 weeks. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, we haven't had consecutive weeks where we've had the same workout. I think we change our workouts every.
Or just like not even that, but just the general theme of the workouts. Like we'd be like, hey, we're doing strength this month. Hey, we're doing reps. We find like one new YouTuber and be like, I like what this man's saying. He seems to know what he's talking about.
Dude, can we go through the trends of what we've done?
Okay.
In the beginning, we were like power lifters. We were like, we're gonna bench press, we're gonna squat, we're gonna deadlift 3 times
All
a
with
week.
poor form.
Yeah,
All with the worst form possible.
Oh, yeah.
So that way we can fuck up our backs and carry that throughout all other
my
ways.
God. Dude, that's when I got my back injury. It took me over a year to recover.
Dude, my back is still fucked, man. If I lean forward for too long, it's out of here.
It took me a year. I couldn't do push-ups for some reason. That's how bad my back
I think you're
got.
just weak.
Okay. True, but hurtful. Hurtful still. Why?
Okay,
why?
yeah. So we had the weird like that phase, and then what was after that? Then it was like a weird bench press phase where all we did was bench press for a while. And then maybe after that, like we figured out that, oh yeah, we have legs, so we should probably use those.
Okay, what
Um,
were we talking about? We were talking about.
gym workouts changing, I
Oh
think.
yeah, we were talking about like how we used to always have like
Yeah.
different workout. Oh, we went through that power lifting phase, and then we went into the
Okay, we say
endurance
powerlifting, but
phase.
we lifted like 2 pounds. All right,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
there
yeah.
was
We
no
weren't.
power behind these
Okay, no, no, no.
lifts.
You can't. Yo. Okay, I agree with you. I wasn't lifting much, but you
No,
you did a pretty. You did 300 pounds. You did lifted 300 pounds at 140. That's impressive. That's more than double your weight being lifted off the ground.
no, I didn't get 300. I don't think I got to 300 pounds today.
You got to 300. You
Oh,
got to 3 plates on each side,
I
whatever
don't know if
that
I
is.
can. I probably still couldn't do that, but still,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Let
It
me
was
do the math
scuff.
real quick.
It was scuff. No, it was scuff. But anyway,
It
yeah,
wasn't
from
scuff. It was clean. It was clean. I have a video of it. I have a video of it.
it was kind of scuff. It was kind of scuff. But yeah, from there, and
Yeah.
then like, but yeah, then so the most recent thing, once the whole COVID thing started, I had to work out from home and shit, right? So I told you about the 3 day splits I did. So I did like push one day and then pull another day and then legs, and then I repeated that twice, right? That was good, but I did
But
that for 4 months, right?
mhm,
But then I was like, I'm getting a bit bored of this, you know. I
mhm,
like it was good for the beginning. Like I think that split is good if you want to like, it's good for strength if you want to build strength, but it's good like if you want to get back into it or you're starting because like you're building all those other muscle groups just to help with stabilization and all that shit, right?
mhm,
But I was just like, because I had a limited amount of time and I was just like rushing through
mhm.
some of the sets and things. Like I wanted to work on things a bit more. So now I am back to doing the
Alternate day.
5 day splits,
Ooh,
like the thing we used to do before, like, you know, like chest on one day, back another, arms another,
that's
shoulder and
that's what
legs.
I've been doing.
Yeah, because that way I feel like since I have like the base done down from the 3 day splits, now I can use that to like do more reps, like take more time, focus on the stuff, and I don't feel rushed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Like for me, is like my workouts have gotten so long. Like we used to do long workouts. Don't get me wrong. Like most of our workouts push past an hour and a half usually.
Hmm.
But like now they're getting to the point where they're almost like 2 hours, and I feel like I'm not really being efficient. But at the same time, I have to be doing like reps of like 25, 30 for some things because just don't have weights for it, and or it's like body weight stuff. Um, so yeah, they've gotten really long, and they've also started incorporating like a lot of cardio because that's something else I noticed. Like during pre-COVID, I used to walk like 15K steps a day,
Hmm.
right? And that's in addition to like the workouts we used to do. Now, bro, dude, I walk like 200 steps on a good day.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. That's why I'm
Um,
like super thankful for this standing desk, just so I don't have to be scum
okay,
all day.
okay. The fact that you have a standing desk makes you scum, but
Well,
it's a
look,
discussion
man.
for another time.
Sounds like someone who doesn't have a standing desk. I'm just
You literally sound
all
like
I'm gonna say. What? I sound like
cringe.
what? You got something to
Nothing.
say?
Cringe.
You know what?
Okay,
Says the man with the painted wall behind him.
dude, this wall is sick, self-painted. I'm proud. I'm proud of this. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I started doing cardio. Oh, dude, this amazing thing for cardio if you're trying to lose um, calories and you're just trying to like, and you have like 20 minutes to spare. Instead of running for 10 minutes on like medium high heat, I was gonna say medium high
Medium high
heat,
heat. Yeah, yeah.
medium high speed, dude. I'm
You gotta
enjoying
let it
too much.
simmer for a bit, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But instead of running for 10 minutes, what you do is you do increments. So you go on the highest incline at like a decent walking pace for 3 minutes, and then you run for like 2 minutes and then walk uphill. And you actually burn like 2 to 3 times more calories.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Two responses to that. I'm not trying to burn. I almost just flipped you off there. Two.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly.
Seemed intentional.
Two, I hate running. I would just go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the walking is for.
I
Like,
just go on my bike though. I just go on the bike. I just like crank up the
how are you gonna
resistance
bike in the cold?
on the bike machine that's inside the house.
Oh! You meant bike machine. I thought you
No, no,
meant
no.
outside.
I go in the basement on my bike and then I just go in circles. You know?
uh,
No, but that just like crank it up and go for like, I don't know, 15 minutes on a stretch or something.
That's not.
It's decent.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, on biking, I gotta lug my fat ass around with my skinny legs, so that's enough of a workout there. But
Dude,
you know what?
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done leg day in
It's
a
good.
minute.
Doing 2 leg days in a week. I'm like, oh, I have legs now. That's
No,
nice.
mine disappeared. See, what you see here is all there is.
It's
There
just
are no
there's no
legs.
leg. There's no
Yeah.
leg.
Isn't that the PewDiePie meme? Did I just steal that from him?
You did, but it's
I
okay.
did.
He'll copy strike us now.
Mm.
But like that
Oh, we just name dropped him. Now
oh
the
wow.
algorithms will get catch
Name in
on.
name in the
Oh,
title.
boom,
Just picture in the thumbnail,
100
boom,
views.
clickbait right there. But no, dude, that's something I like realized, like, because you're sitting down so much of the day, like your legs just like waste away.
True. And it's like the worst of both worlds, because like, actually, not for us because we're skinny boys. So like our goal has always been to put on weight, but I can assume for a lot of people, like sitting all day can also like just result in like weight gain a lot,
Yeah.
and then also it's like you're losing muscle, gaining weight. So it's like
It's crazy just like how much just like walking around or just standing for a bit instead of sitting can do. Because it's just like that little bit just makes like a huge difference.
dude, I gained since the start of COVID. I was what were we at? Like I was tied with you at like
155,
like
160?
yeah, high 140s, low 150s, and now I'm like 165. I gained like over 10, 15 pounds.
Dang, man.
Yeah, which is fine for me.
Dang.
But
I gained like 20 pounds of hair. That's just from here. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
me
know.
too.
I don't know how much I weigh now. I'm honestly not sure. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. You know what I also started doing, which you should look into, since you have low weights, resistance bands.
Dude, I've been so scared of them. Yo,
Why?
I've seen some nasty like injuries from resistance bands. Like you're doing like the resistance band thing where you're standing on it and doing like curls or whatever, and like dude, I've seen some bad
Okay,
fails.
yeah, but that's just someone using a crappy resistance band or like stretching it too far. Like it's fine, man. You should.
That
It's
resistance band
oh my
recoiling.
god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
this
No,
is a
you
lot.
should though, man. Like I got like a set of resistance band. It was like 4 or 5 different resistance for like $50 on Amazon. It's pretty good.
I just
But
got a pull-up bar.
hey, nice. But yeah, like they super help. Like especially like one if you have low weights, which I kind of do. You really do. But then also just the fact that like a lot of the time with like some of the exercises we do, most of the contraction that you want is at like the top where it's the easiest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the resistance band just like makes it harder at the end. And I found it really helps, at least for some. You should look into it. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Something else I learned, doing scuffed presses with like 20, like 50 pounds, is I think the biggest gains I don't want to say gains I got, gains I didn't lose, were with reps with like heavy focus on time under tension. I started looking into that, and I know we said we didn't do research.
Mind-muscle connection.
That actually does help.
No, it really does.
Ooh, I got 2 tips. Okay, so for the time under tension exercise, like when you're doing a press, for example, if you spend like 10 seconds on the rep, it's like way more effective than like just counting out the reps. I think a lot of people just like, they're like, oh, I need to get to 10 reps, and it doesn't matter what happens. So like they either get to the 10 reps super fast, or they take pause in between the 10 reps. I think it should be more a time thing. I think you mentioned this to me, like you were timing your workouts or whatever. And I started doing that. I started doing like, instead of like 12 reps, I would start doing like timed reps. So like 1 minute reps.
Okay.
Or
I don't like,
minute, what are they called?
yeah, I get what you mean. I don't like time it that way. I just time how long my workout is in general. But like, I get what you mean. Like, that's something that I've been focusing on too, just like not trying to crank through it and like actually taking my time with it. And also another thing that I've just more recently discovered is like, okay, in the past, a lot of the time we've ego lifted a bit, just
Dude,
like
I stopped ego lifting after my back injury though.
yeah, no,
up until that point, I was ego lifting for sure.
no, I mean,
first
but
year and a half.
but like even after that, like a lot of the time, like we would just like do like 8 reps at like a heavy weight and be like, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
No,
Yeah.
but like no, I started increasing it. So like I go like a lighter weight or something more manageable. I take my time, make sure I'm doing it right, and then I would just go for like at least 12, like 12 to 20 reps or something. I found that like
In
really helps.
in defense of the 8 reps though, I think that's still good for hypertrophy. Like overloading to the point where you can only do 8 reps, I think is still valuable.
Yeah, but like we were like aiming for 8 reps. Like 8 reps
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
max.
I think we
Like
were just trying to hit 8
we
for the
just
sake
wanted
of
we
being,
want to be
yeah,
big weight boys. You know,
yeah.
we want to grab those heavy weights.
We say that, but we still weren't hitting big weights,
No,
man.
we weren't. We were hitting like
My numbers
a
were weak.
preschooler's weight. You know, he was
Sad
like
part is I couldn't even look in the direction of a bench press right now. Like
I
I'd
don't
tear
have
a pec because
I haven't benched in so long, but no, but
that's been over half a
yeah.
year, I think.
But I think like for strength wise, yeah, the low rep helps. But like I honestly like for like actually building muscle and stuff like that, I think the lighter weights with the longer reps and actually like controlling it and focusing on it really has been helping recently, at least.
Mm-hmm. Something else I've started to appreciate more is like quality of the workouts, because like before when we hit the gym, right, we're not like, we have so much equipment at our disposal, like we can have like the same amount of gains not caring too much about the quality, if that makes sense. Like, but now I think I've started to like research more on like how to get the most out of like the least available resources I have.
That is true. And like also something else we did back then was just like we hopped a bunch. We'd be like, ooh, let's do this and then this and this.
Unless a mix and
Yeah,
match, and then we create like Frankenstein's monster
exactly.
of
We do like
workouts.
16 exercises, something like that. But no, we do like 2 sets of them. But now I've just been doing like 4 sets minimum or something like that. Like just it's getting the most out of it. One, because I have to, because I don't have all this stuff, and two, I think it just helps a bit more.
I think that's another thing. I think it's easy. It demotivates a lot of people who have to go from like having access to like all that equipment to like having nothing at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I think I fell into a trap of too at the beginning. But I think it's just like
You
coming
can,
to yeah.
yeah. I was just gonna say you can find a way to do like what you need.
Exactly. Like I think it's just coming to peace with like your reality and knowing that we're going to be stuck in this situation, especially with like the second wave being as big as it is right now in
Mm-hmm.
Canada. We're going to be stuck in this situation for a long time. So it's smart to start investing in at least small equipment like pull-up bar, it's like $20, um, things like that, like small weights, and then also just like doing body weight stuff. Because honestly, calisthenics
Yeah,
will
I
look
mean,
cool.
like, and even if you don't want to do that forever, like, it's a good place to start out, at least while you're waiting to get your other equipment. And like, even if you think that, hey, this equipment is pretty pricey, like, hey, it's gonna cost me like, say, on the higher end, like 1,000 something or more than that, right? If you realistically think about it, that is less than 1 year of membership and having to pay gas to drive up there at a gym. Like, gyms are
True.
expensive, man. Like,
True.
at least $40 a month or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like in the future, are we going to see? Because like we definitely like in the past decade we've seen a rise in like the gym membership era where like
Oh yeah.
so many more people are going to gyms now, and like so many more people. There's a more focus on like physical health, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm thinking in the future, are we going to see that sort of same thing with you still have a focus on physical health, but we just don't have that many people going to the gym anymore. They're more so working out from home.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if we will see it from home or we'll just see a decline in like just people interested in working out. I think we will see a bit of decline, but I would say for a majority, like I think most people will shift to just doing it at home.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I think. At least what do I know?
So what are like sort of the major takeaways for someone at like I was gonna say like the beginner, medium, and intermediate like and experience level in terms of workouts, like tips that we can give, but then I realized we can't give any tips on the expert level. At best, maybe we can get it at like the intermediate level
Yeah,
and beginner level. Um,
I
so like
would.
what's your top 3 things?
My top 3 things. Okay. Um, you can't really work out with a partner anymore. So that's kind of out of it.
I beg to differ.
Well, I don't want to
Um,
work out with you. So
yeah, okay, fine. You're a loner, understandable, but you can call people
you
and work
can.
out.
No,
That's
you
the thing.
can.
That's the thing.
I think you just, okay, going on that, you need something first off to keep you consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that's a partner through calling, that's good. For me, I found is one, writing down my exercises because I have a terrible
True.
memory just to keep track. And that also helps you. Like it gives you motivation. You see your progress as the weights or the reps are increasing, right? And two, just on your app, on your phone or something, through an app, just like tracking what days you work out and how long. Like I found that that's like a super big factor. Like, because I've
Okay,
been on a,
flex it right now for the
I've been
boys.
on a streak. I don't want to miss any day. Like right now, I'm at 127
Show it
consecutive
to the thing.
workouts. Look at this graph. You see this graph? Look at
Oh,
it. No miss
oh.
days. I don't know why that's an extra. Oh no, I did. I did have a headache, so I pushed it off a bit. But I
Yeah,
didn't
okay,
miss.
weak
I didn't.
excuses.
Head weeks, body strong,
Mind muscle
mind
connection.
muscle. No, but like that's another thing. Like just like keeping track and like it makes you one. It makes you less inclined to break that streak, and two, you can see exactly what days you skipped. Like back when we worked out, some days we would be like, we can skip today, right? We can skip today, right? Oh, we went that, we can skip today. Like it adds up, but you don't realize it in the moment of it,
True.
right? So that would be my number one thing. What about you?
Quickly, side note tip in terms of mind muscle connection. When you're working on like, I learned this from like, I don't remember who, one of the workout people on YouTube, which actually really does help. When you're working on small accessory muscles or like just smaller muscles in general that you don't have a strong mind muscle connection to, like for example, your delts or your pecs or something. If you tap that muscle while you're doing the lift, so if I'm doing like a lateral
It
raise or something,
unlocks secret power. You tap in code and it unlocks power from muscle.
true.
It's
It
like
just
tapping in nuclear launch codes. You know, it activates.
yes.
Yes.
Um, it sort of just reminds you that the muscle is there and that's the muscle you shouldn't be using. Um,
I forgot I had a bicep until I.
let me tap the bicep real quick.
You think
Um,
that's why people tap their mind because they
when
forget they
they're
have a
thinking,
brain?
they're creating that mind
That
connection.
mind connection.
Oh, dude, that's big brain.
It's big brain. No, that's honestly good. Like, and then just like kind of going off of that, just like you need to do something that seems like it'll make sense. You know, like when you're doing the exercise, you'd be like, wait, is this really hitting this muscle? Or like, am I doing it in the right way that it hits it? Because like everyone's a bit different. Some muscles are a bit more developed than other things. And that's kind of going on to my next point. Like, you don't have, you shouldn't at least stick to someone else's program. Like, do what, because it's not going to work for every single person. Like, don't be afraid to like just change it up a bit. Do what works for you. Like, change up some exercise in a way that works for you, make some variations, or just like change up the way your splits or the different exercises that you do, because everyone's a bit different, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, you need to figure out what works for you. And this not just goes for like working out, this goes for like honestly most things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you take inspiration. The way I think about it is I take inspiration from a bunch of different like YouTubers, even you, like people I see in the gym. I take inspiration from them and put into something that works out for me. Even like for example, it applies to dieting, it applies to studying, it applies to everything. And I think that's a really big tip. Um, let's see. My biggest tip for beginners would honestly be that find something that works for you because that's the only way you're going to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Like you can force yourself to wake up and like work out for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for a month, for 2 months, for like 5 months. But until it becomes like just a part of your life, like this is how I'm going to live from now on, it won't actually become like a habit.
And also just going off of that, don't be afraid. Like, even if you found something that works for you, don't be afraid to change that up. Like, you shouldn't get to a point where you're just like going into the gym, doing the exercises, like clocking out, like clock in, clock out. It shouldn't be like that. You should still like put some effort in, right? Like, if you find that that's happening and you're like, oh, where am I getting? So aren't I getting any? It's just like, because you have to put in that effort. Just like if you're becoming complacent, just change it up a bit. Don't be afraid. You know?
Mm-hmm. And that sort of goes into my second point about.
Aren't you on like your third point?
Okay, the first one was a small tip. The second one was a tip for beginners, and my third tip for intermediates, for people like us. It ties into that, and it's always be thinking. Like, we joke about mind-muscle connection and things like that, but a workout isn't a passive process. Like, you're not just going in and just lifting weights. You need to be thinking the entire, like each rep, each set, you need to be thinking about like, hey, is this the muscle that's being used? Am I doing it in the most effective way?
Did I say that?
Did you? Okay, well, I stole your tip number 2.
Reworded it?
I guess. Great minds, right? Great minds. I'm just saying, be active.
It's kind of sus. I'm not gonna lie.
Black looking kind of sus.
What other tips do we got, Hitanch? Don't ego lift.
I don't think people can ego lift at this point. Like, who has like 100-pound dumbbell to ego lift with?
That's true. Still, just do what, like, start small, you know?
Dude, the lat raise thing reminded me. 5 pounds for lat raise is more than enough. Dude, like, wait, that's lat raise, right? Yeah, that's lat raise. Yeah, no, dude, if you do it properly, 5 pounds, and it's like, okay, there's what's his name? Athlete next to whatever.
Yeah.
Jeff. He had this really, really cool lat raise technique. And dude, 5 pounds, if you can do 8 reps at 5 pounds, I'll actually like buy you dinner. It's hard. I'll show it to you after.
Okay, you're sending me a link. I don't do 5 pounds.
We'll link him in the description.
Pounds. Yeah, link in this. I usually do 10 pounds, but yeah.
I'll have 10 pounds.
Well, that seems like a you problem.
Wow. We're out here trying to be inclusive, Yasif. Everyone.
Inclusive for everyone but you. That's the takeaway.
That's just bullying.
That's the takeaway.
That's discrimination.
The way the cookie crumbles. Diet. We don't know too much about diet, but just like...
Yeah, I can't comment on diet.
It's just like if you want to gain weight, you got to eat more. If you want to lose weight, you got to eat less.
Whoa.
I know I'm spitting some facts here.
Actually,
I mean,
I'm going to take that one step further. It's not about eating more, eating less. It's being at a caloric deficit or surplus. So it depends on how many calories you burn a day. For example, if I was looking 6 months back, the amount I was eating is way more than the amount I've been eating, but I'm still gaining weight. It's also because I'm not walking 15,000 steps a day. I'm not running like 4 miles a day, things like that. So always, aim to count your calories. I wouldn't go, like, you can count your macros too, but to me, that's a little tedious.
I can't count.
That.
So
That's an expert tier thing. I ain't there yet.
Eat more food. That's it.
Just eat more.
More food.
Nice.
Any other tips, Hitanch? Any other tips? YouTube's a great resource. Just like,
I think it's the best resource for anything.
If you're confused about how to do an exercise or like what to do, it's a great resource. You don't have to buy workout plans. Just like YouTube, hey, how work chest, good bicep exercise. It's there.
They're all, and then you just watch a bunch of them over like the course of a month, and then you just mix and match for the rest.
Yeah, I mean, just find something that works. Again, change it up a bit. If you're like, hey, that works, but I want to do this a bit differently, don't be afraid. Yeah.
And this is one that I've been using a lot because motivation's hard. You trick yourself. You go to your workout place, right? Oh, designate a room in your house. It doesn't need to be a gym, but just designate, like, because if you're not working with equipment, your goals are different. Everyone has them. For example, some people want to do yoga, right? Designate a room in your house or area in your house that's specifically for that. So when you walk into the area, you're in that mindset. And then the thing is, if you don't want to do it one day, you just tell yourself, I'm going to do it for 5 minutes, and then set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes. And it's like the second 5 minutes are over, I'll leave. But what happens is, once you get to the end of those 5 minutes, you're like, I'm already here. I'm already working out. Like, I'm already two sets in, you know? Fuck it. I'll just do it.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Exactly. Dude, it actually works. I do it for everything now.
Are you okay, Hitanch?
No, I'm very easy to trick, so I'm very gullible.
Oh, shucks, fell for it again.
Ah, oh,
Well, I
that
mean,
sneaky attention.
exactly.
Back at it
Ah,
again.
you did it again, you little rascal, you.
It works. It works.
I mean, for me, I don't trick myself because I'm not insane, but I
I'm
find
sorry.
I find for me, I'm like slightly OCD, you know this, but
Mm-hmm.
like having a set time in the day to work out like really helps. Like if I miss that time and I'm like, oh, I'll work out at night, my motivation to work out at night is like very, very minimal.
Mm,
Like if you're kind of a routine person, like having a set time or like at least a set range really
good.
helps.
For me, oh, that's something I need to work on. My time right now is so unhealthy. I work out at my workouts start at 11 at night,
That's messed. I couldn't.
and and then by the time I'm done, it's 1. Like if
I'm
it's like
not a night workout person. I could not do that.
I'm not either. I don't want to. I don't want to be like this. Yeah, make it stop.
You gotta stop tricking yourself, man.
Because the entire day I'm like either in class or working or lazy,
Well, yeah,
and then
well,
like
that last one, you just like honestly, just like you got to start like if you want, just I find like starting my day off with it just really helps because like I just wake up a bit earlier and like no time wasted. It's just like before class,
bruh, I go to sleep when you wake up. I went to sleep at 7 the other day. I'm pretty sure that's when you woke up.
and that's a you problem.
Listen,
You guys are such bad influences. My sleep schedule is so messed up now, just from those few calls that we've had.
I slept at 7 the other day. I was at 7
Again,
in the
that's a
morning.
you problem. I'm talking about me. I don't care about
That's not
you.
a mess. My schedule. I had to wake up at like 10 because I had class.
Why do you do this?
I don't know. I realized that I don't need much sleep anymore.
Oh, you
Like,
transcended?
yeah,
You're in a higher plane of thinking now. You don't need
honestly,
sleep.
I'm consistently sleep drunk at this point. I'm just out. Like me right now, not sober.
Maybe this is where your split personality came from.
Just being sleep deprived. Oh, probably.
Also, can I just point out we
Mhm.
started this podcast being to talk about coping with COVID, and
Oh, true.
instead,
Make him a workout podcast.
it's like I predicted. We just went to talking about fitness the entire time.
Okay, to be fair,
This is how we
fitness
cope.
is fun, man.
It's fun. Okay. Maybe we make a part 2 that's actually coping with COVID. Maybe.
We could talk more about coping with COVID right now if you would like.
Well, I feel like at this point, Hitesh, maybe
It's all just workout. Like that. Let's just go all full send on the workout.
Exactly. Like, why stop here?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. On the topic of thing, I just want to tell you anyways. I bought a ukulele for fun.
Do you lift it?
No, no. For the coping with COVID part, I was gonna. That's
Oh.
what I revealed to you.
Say that for the next
Yeah,
little
I just
hint.
wanted to give you a little sneak peek.
Ukulele performance next episode.
Ooh,
Ooh.
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 You're
Ooh.
gonna disappoint everyone.
Exactly.
I do that already. But what was I talking about? Back to workouts, or not workouts? What else about healthy living in general? We had a conversation about this on our last podcast, and that was the one that got like it was like 1,000+ views or something.
Calm
On
down,
Limitless. On Limitless, I'm pretty sure.
bud. Okay, no, that was like 200.
I'm pretty sure it's 1,000. I checked the other, I checked like a month or two ago.
Hitesh exaggerates a lot.
I checked for Palm Sass.
Hitesh exaggerates
I'm
a
too
lot.
lazy to find it.
Because it said 200 views, so you just...
Why can't you just let me be happy? No one's listening to this. It's just me and you. So might as well let me be happy. But yeah, it's hard. Dude, you know what also sucks?
What?
We were supposed to get our personal trainer licenses this summer.
That's a
And
rip.
that didn't work out.
Nah,
We had like everything planned out too. Like the courses were going to start in March or something. End of March, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a big oof. Maybe at some point, but I don't
We
know.
would have
I mean,
actually
like,
been qualified to talk about this.
wow. Exactly. Barely qualified, but qualified nonetheless.
Bare bones.
Bare bones. But I mean, there really isn't any point now. to get it, because I mean, like gyms are pretty messed up as it is, right?
Yeah, I would have just gotten it for
Just to flex on people, It's like, hey,
literally. No, no, no,
I'm a
no.
just
Literally,
like,
I would
you want
walk
to see
up and
my
then
you want to see
flex on
my personal training license? Boom, a boom.
them.
Ah.
Hide the guns, my boy.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was mainly because I wanted to just learn about how
Yeah.
to do it. But now that I think about it, I think I've
Like, I
done a
mean,
lot
we've
of
been
research on
learning in our
myself.
own
Yeah,
dumb
we've
way.
been. Yeah. I've
It's
been
been
looking
a
at a
while.
lot. I've been looking at a lot of research papers actually with like kin research papers. They're actually really
Really?
so much easier to read than, and that's not me taking a shot at kin. It just like it's actually a good thing. Um, but yeah, kin papers are so much easier to read than like bio papers or biochem papers.
Yeah.
And they're actually so informative, dude. I would suggest reading some.
Yeah.
Yeah, they explain why things work, which A motivates me because it's interesting, and B it like helps me work out, and it's peer reviewed.
Interesting. Interesting. I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
There's a guy on YouTube who's pretty buff, and every time he like cites an exercise, he has like an article associated with it. It's really cool.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. I don't know his name. I've seen a few of his videos.
Does
I
he
was like, oh,
scream
cool.
a lot?
No, he's a very quiet guy.
Okay, never mind.
Like if he wasn't like shaped like a truck and like swole as hell, I would have thought he's a nerd. But yeah, he's big.
I see. I see. Therefore, he is trustworthy.
Therefore, he is smart.
Yes.
That's another thing about working out. It's like until you're like actually big or like cut, people don't take your word for things.
That's
Which
why
sucks.
you can only see our heads. And the
The second you guys see our legs,
yeah, no. All credibility is lost. But anyway, Tanch, I believe that we've been rambling on for enough.
Yeah, that is true.
We reached, I don't know how long because of your little interruption there, but anyway, thank you all for listening. Exactly, to our not coping with COVID, but instead just talking about workout podcast. If you have any recommendations of what you would like to hear, leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, all of that fun stuff.
Yeah, we're already begging for likes and subscribers.
Exactly. Just gotta play that YouTube game,
Yeah. What if they're on Spotify? Because like I think a lot of the people are just on Spotify. That's where I've been telling people to listen to it.
I can't be bothered to upload to Spotify anymore.
Too late. We're uploading this. You're gonna get the audio of this and you get the video of this. And I'll take over Spotify. I'll make your life.
Do you even know how to do that?
Nope.
All right,
I just offered, and then it's like, when you offer to do something nice, and the person's like, no, I'll do it. That's what I was expecting would happen.
No. You want to do Spotify? All right, everyone, you can listen to us on Spotify, where this will definitely be published because Tanch himself will personally oversee the Spotify end of this.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know how to do it. Don't worry.
Definitely.
Totally.
Forward all complaints about Spotify to Hitanch.
It's the same email. We both get the email. Listen, if someone listens to us enough to complain about us, I consider this entire endeavor one big dub.
Exactly. Joke's on you. You just gave us a dub. But anyway, thank you all for watching or listening. And join us in 2 weeks, I guess, when we go down the rabbit hole.